feel real while we're in them, right? It's only when we wake up that we realize something was actually strange.
Is it possible that there are no coincidences?
You're a detective now, son. You're not allowed to believe in coincidence anymore.
You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged.
Feel real while we're in them, right? It's only when we wake up that we realize something feel real while we're in them, right? It's only when we wake up that we realize
Is it possible that there are no coincidences?
You're a detective.
Hey, guys.
they feel real.
Welcome to Late Night Truth Lounge. We have an echo, of course, as always. Google Hangouts. You get the echo. Welcome to Late Night Truth Lounge, everyone. I'm here, RPR, and with my co-host, PressResetEarth.
That's me. Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, brother, not much. So, here we are once again, and on this lovely Sunday evening.
Yes, late night, of course.
Late night, and you know, I told you that's why later time was better time for me, because it's like Sundays, man. The weekends are very busy for me, and a lot going on. It's my schedule's weird, sleeping wise and everything like that, and so I'm trying to keep up with info as well, and I stay up. And
yeah, we all know you just woke up, dude.
No, I didn't. I've been up actually, but I just so yeah. It's so the later it is, that's why usually it works out better for me. But we wanted to start off earlier for everyone. So, anyways, here we are. So what is going? How's it been for you, man? How's everything?
Well, believe it or not, I've actually been getting to bed early lately. But hey, whatever. That's besides the point. Yeah, dude, I've been trying to just put out a bunch of videos trying to cover like a bunch of different things. The volcano that erupted in Japan, which people are still trapped over there. I just did a video. I just put up a video minutes ago about the protests in Hong Kong and China over there.
You put out another. I'm sorry. You put out another video.
Yes.
You're serious?
Yeah, man.
What do you mean? You just put out a video 2 hours ago.
I know, dude. I don't know. It's just.
All right, guys. Dabu7 Jr. over here.
Dude. Oh man, come on. I at least call Sandy Hook a hoax now. Come on.
Listen, man. You just mentioned that off air that you are becoming, or you are. What did you say? Sorry.
I said I'm doing Dabu 7 style this past weekend, dude. I was just putting out a lot of videos. That's all. I mean.
No, yeah, and I laugh because it's just hilarious, man. Because it's true. You put out, let me see, in just within the span of one day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos. Good Lord, boy.
I know, dude. What?
Now listen, that's a lot of videos.
I know, dude.
For us our type of channels, and considering your history, that is maybe the most I have seen from you ever.
Probably, yeah. It's probably the most I've posted in a matter of a day or two.
No, yeah, within the span of 24 hours or so. That's definitely the most amount of videos, the video output I've seen from you.
That brings up an interesting subject. That there's a few different styles, of making videos. There's what I've been most notably known to do, and which is do actual a lot of real research and sort of connect a lot of different dots and incorporate a lot of different perspectives into one big video. And then there's also the reporting on just things that really do matter. It's just you're not really doing much investigation. You're just investigating. You're not connecting many dots. You're just finding out what happened and basically reporting on it and maybe giving your take and you know, adding a few comments here and there or whatever. But you know, I do a little bit of both, but mostly, obviously, mostly the investigative kind of stuff, as do you. But you know, every now and then we do a Saturn quickie, right? You know, we put up a Saturn quickie and we try to just, you know, get the information out there because there's a lot of important stuff going on in the world. You know, it always is. You know.
Yep, Saturn quickie. Good plug there, brother, from my little series there. That's on hold right now. I haven't been able to get back to do any of those because those were only considered filler videos for when there's no headlines. But we don't have a shortage of headlines at the moment.
Nope.
Lately, so that's Saturn quickies are on the back burner. So.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Saturn Biggie.
That's never coming out, man. You know, like I said, man, as a video creator, I mean, in general, let's say there was not much going on. You know, there's always many projects running at the same time. I don't know how it is with you, but for me, throughout my whole video editing, you know, career, I would say I've done it for work, so I'll say a career. But since I've been video editing from the beginning, it's always I have like many projects at the same time running, and I can never finish one thing. You know, that's how it is for video producers and editors and things like that. So.
Yeah, I've been there, and I gotta say that's why I don't do that anymore. I don't, you know, because if I have multiple projects at once, I likely won't finish it. Like I had one I was gonna do on ISIS, and it was more a few months ago, before the fear mongering really started. I was gonna do a video about their atrocities against Christians because ISIS, obviously, in the Middle East, was running around, you know, beheading Christians and all this crazy nonsense. So I was gonna do a video on that, and I like had it on the back burner for a while, and then I just, you know. There were so many other things popped up, and my perspective changed a little bit on ISIS. So you know, I didn't want to fearmonger and push it anymore because I knew they were using it against us. So you know, I sort of just let that one go. But
yeah. Oh, so you have a better ability at completing you know, one project at a time. See, I have multiple things running, projects at a time. I can never finish them. You know, I say I'm going to work on something in my head, and then or finish it, and I can't. I don't. It's just it's ridiculous. That's how it is with me, and because there's so many things going on, I just get easily distracted. That's a part of it as well. So it's very difficult for me, you know. But I try. You know, I try my best. I don't know. I'm trying to do what I can with what's going on at the current time as well. So.
So I want to bring up, dude, what do you think about the Georgia Guidstones, the 2014 cube being removed?
Yeah. I just asked you about that, and I think it's really bizarre. You know, I didn't expect to see something like this happen, where we see a maintenance guy, I guess, and a maintenance crew go there and remove the cube, and it was really quite bizarre, right? Unexpected.
Yeah.
You know, people are saying it could be that's all a setup. Could be very symbolic, right? The Mason, and he's hammering, you know, the cube away, right? Breaks it, and you know, I think that's I'm leaning towards more of that that was all planned from the beginning, and of course, supposedly the cameras, you know, the security surveillance wasn't working, right? Of course, when the cube was inserted, I guess. Right. I mean, come on. Okay.
Yeah, it just so happens.
The whole thing, yeah, the whole thing just stinks to high heaven and reeks of some sort of ritual. And I think my suspicions are solidified because I just saw a video uploaded by Police State Radio with that video title exactly about it being a ritual. I didn't get to watch it yet, but pretty sure that's goes in line with my thought process here on this.
Right, because what are rituals? They basically in the music industry and stuff like that. It's about the attention of the observers. So if you have a bunch of people focusing on one, thing, one monument, or one person or a group of people or whatever, that actually there's a lot of power in that. There's a lot of spiritual energy that flows through that. Energy flows where attention goes, and if they can channel that energy to look at their Georgia Guidstones by putting that cube there, it is a ritual in a sense. It has to be. I mean, I think it is a psyop. I think they put it there so we would report on it and pay close attention to it. And a lot of people were talking about this. There was a lot of chatter about it. There was a lot of hype about it. And I think that it was all intentional. I think Ebola might have something to do with it, because obviously we got the fear porn coming out with Ebola, because they want to roll out the vaccine through the back door, and that's where they're really going to get you, right? And I think that we're going to use sort of the Georgia Guidstones as another one of the many advertisements for Ebola, for the fear porn surrounding Ebola. I think that's what it could have been, and then Enter the Stars has done a lot of good work on that so far with the cube and the different markings in the cube, which is very interesting. There's obviously 6 sides to the cube, and the 20 and the 14 were only 2 sides that were showing. The other 4 sides have other markings, and the markings are JAM on one of the surfaces.
Yeah, some people were saying it's Jesuits, Antichrist, Masons, I guess.
Masonic. Yeah.
Masonic.
Well, it could be. You know what else it is? It's the stock symbol for J.P. Morgan Chase, which is obviously one of the biggest banks in.
I'm sorry. What's the symbol?
It's for J.P. Morgan Chase, the stock abbreviation for J.P. Morgan Chase. I'm pretty sure JAM.
Right. Oh, okay. Oh, really?
Yeah, J.P. Morgan.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that would have something to do with it, because it's not really occult enough, for their kind of style to.
We all know the J.P. Morgan. We know the Chase logo itself is a sort of a variation of a swastika. So. Right.
But I'm talking about the stock abbreviation on the I think they're on the Dow Jones. And yeah, it's just really weird. And then the MM, which is on the opposite side of the jam, I believe. Which, who knows? I mean, who knows?
Or maybe they're just peanut butter and jelly fans.
Yeah, jam and I like jam.
Yeah. Sandwich, come on.
Yeah.
Maybe they like the jam, but but yeah, it's a very strange and definitely symbolic. I believe this is a complete, setup here, and the insert and the removal. I think.
Yes.
Based on what I've seen. Yeah, and so basically they showed the 2014. I still think that's indications. There's so much pointing to something still happening this year, and I mean, so it's very eerie, and not trying to scare no one, and it's not scary it's not about scaring, but hey, I mean, a lot of things are pointing to something still occurring this year, and I'll tell you this. To me, I'm just gonna say this, that I will be very, very shocked if nothing serious happens, like in the form of false flags, or a la World War III or something very drastic. I will be very, very surprised if nothing goes down of that nature by the end of 2014. How about you?
I can't say I will or won't. I mean,
No, but I mean, I'm not saying this if it will or won't. Just your sort of feeling.
I don't know. The truth is, man, here's the thing. What I've come to realize is that most of these things happen when we least expect it. So you might see something like at the beginning of 2015 instead of the end of 2014. I mean, you can't really put a date on it or anything. But yeah, I mean, they're
Right.
just,
That's why I'm saying I will be. That's why I'm not saying as a matter of factly. That's why I'm just saying I'll be surprised if it doesn't.
yeah.
But
No,
not, but yeah.
no, I'll be surprised too in a way. I mean, it's just that nothing surprises me anymore. I mean,
Exactly.
you
Well,
know what I mean? So
yeah.
I mean,
Well, of course.
whether it's mundane or not.
There's always that. Yeah.
So
And
I'm expecting anything. It could be something tomorrow. It could be something a year from now. I don't know. Like it wouldn't surprise me either way. You know they want to pull something big. If they do, how would that really surprise me? It wouldn't surprise me if they didn't either. So I mean, I don't know.
yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, like, there's just so many other indications. I was looking at one of the the channels that we not mentioned that threatened me, and yeah,
Which one?
the two channels of the satanic channels.
Oh right, yeah.
I don't even want to mention their names, but they have their other channel that is controlled as well. It's called Satan 2014, and
Yeah.
of course, they did a video about me, and it's interesting because on their Google Plus picture, they had they have a picture called Satan 2014, the Antichrist comes in 2014, and of course, it's affiliated with those other two channels. It's part of their network there. And they got a video about me, of course, and then they have a video. It's directed towards me, and then they have a video about the Hoover Dam, of course, and then on their playlist is a video called "Into the Storm," which is the trailer for the movie Into the Storm.
Oh
And the playlist is called Six. Like, it's just a bunch of sixes. So that channel, it's kind of creepy little element there. But though the whole thing is beyond creepy, as many know that I covered that. So and that's a whole theme also. The Into the Storm, a storm is coming. Ice, right? Ice water. We've talked about that. Ice age. There's some indications that, symbolically speaking, like that they're trying to tell us about an ice age possibly coming in some way. And of course, I Pet Goat 2, there's an ice age depicted there. So many connections you can make there, and I believe the ice age thing is there's a lot to it, and I definitely believe there's some hidden meaning there, and it's a legit.
Oh yeah, you got so many ice, metaphors in the media lately. ISIS, Ice Bucket Challenge,
Snowden,
Snowden,
President Snow for the Hunger
Yes.
Games.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it goes on and on. The recent Disney movie,
Frozen.
Frozen.
Yeah.
iPad Go 2, of course. It's all Ice Age in there. So
Ice Age.
some
Yeah.
kind of nuclear disaster coming, something or some sort of other disaster that's going to cause a mini ice age, or maybe it has something to do with some sort of a solar event.
All right,
something.
Jason A up in here.
Right. No, but it's interesting. Is that part of the? Do they know something we don't when it comes to an ice age? Why this symbolism? So really, makes you think. And I think that's possible. But
they're prepping for this winter. They're going to try to pull some hardcore stuff out of their sleeve. You know what I mean? The night is dark and full of terrors. The winter is coming, like from Game of Thrones. We were talking about that a few days ago, last week or whatever.
Winter's coming. Remember, Dark Knight Rises trailer. There's a storm coming, Mr. Wayne. It just goes on and on.
Yeah, and I think that you know what that is. I think this winter, they're prepping to roll some real hardcore stuff out. Whether it's one giant false flag or multiple false flags, I think they are gonna at least try to do that. That's why you see all this ice symbolism. They're trying to tell you this winter, the cold, the snow. That's why they had the beginning of the Syrian airstrikes occur on Mabon, which is obviously an occult holiday, and it represents the cold side of the four seasons because it's fall equinox. And
right. Well, also it's the whole fire ice symbology as well.
You want to hear something interesting? TomorrowLand or Tomorrow World or whatever. TomorrowLand.
Oh gosh, man.
I'm sure you're familiar with it. It's the electronic dance music festival, and it's going on right now, and it's been going on all weekend. And I was watching it live last night, I think, or at some point yesterday, and I'm telling you, the symbolism is pretty serious, man. They had a big giant eye of Horus the whole time,
Press. I've done so much, looked so much into Tomorrowland. You have no idea. Yeah, trust me, I'm fully aware, and it's a big part of my Saturn research actually. That event. So I'm glad you brought that up. That event is so fascinating to me, and the event that took place, I believe it was last year or the year before, I forget, was a big piece to the puzzle when it comes to this sort of occult rituals, right? And when it comes to all these rituals in plain sight that they do in front to the public, and they project at the public, and that's a big event, and that's a big energy sort of ritual, energy event,
Right. Energy flows where attention goes, and that's what it is. It's sort of paying homage to, I believe, some form of Satanism or something.
I mean, you can't get more. The concert itself, it's just the intro, right? The dialogue. They're summoning, demons. They're summoning all these gods, and they're asking the crowd to basically give them their energy to summon these gods, these ancient ones, is what they call it.
I got a question. Do you think the actual DJs are somehow involved in that, or do you think it's just the guy?
Look, if they're not on a conscious level, they are subconsciously.
Right.
They are unconsciously. They, so on some level, yes.
Yeah, because I'm a fan of some of the DJs there, but you got guys like Skrillex up there, and that guy's.
Yeah,
that guy
here's the thing that people. No, yeah, look. Here's the thing that people need to understand, that it's not about people being. It's not about people being in on it. That's not the case. 100%. That's not the case every time. People are also influenced spiritually, right? Just by by what's going on around them and the environment they're around. So it's not about these Hollywood producers. Oh, you're putting this in. Sometimes it just happens as spiritual influence. That's what I think. And so a lot of these things manifest sort of organically.
Something tells me though. I think it might be infiltrated at some level in terms of the setting.
No. It is. I'm saying it is in addition to that.
Right, yeah, but like something like when you got the Eye of Horus up there with the big giant fire in the background, just burning the whole time. It's like it was a video screen in the shape of the Eye of Horus, with sort of a different symbol around it. I couldn't really make it out, that video screen the whole time it was just fire, flames, and it just looked so satanic. Like I was like, oh my goodness, this just. Even if you didn't know about the symbolism, you would think it looks satanic. It's just crazy.
Yeah, actually, go ahead. Sorry.
And I think that at some level, Tomorrowland was at some point, probably in the early 2010s, infiltrated because the Satanists, the New World Order, if you will, understood and realized that the movement, the EDM movement, was gaining traction. So I think they realized they can ritualize it. And it was already sort of ritualized in the first place, but not really in an evil way. It was just people getting together and dancing to music or whatever. And I think at some point it got it must have been infiltrated, and now they have they're basically paying homage to these satanic symbols and stuff like that. at the Tomorrowland festival.
Well, just look at the name, Tomorrowland. I mean, all the symbolism and everything about it is very, very blatant. And just look into it and easy to see, very, very easy to see. I mean, I'll share a picture here. It's just, it's wiffle ball stuff. I mean, I don't know if you can see this.
Hold on.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, Tomorrowland. They got the one eye.
Yeah. That was the eye, and then they had something a little different around it. But that was the big giant screen they had at this on the main stage, and on the screen, shaped as the eye or whatever, it was like flames, like fire. It just looked like hell, and I was just like, what?
I know. Is that the current one you're speaking about?
Yeah, man, it's live right now, but I don't know if they have the same setup as yesterday. But
I'll tell you, this year they also had the. Okay, tell me because I haven't seen it, but I saw a couple months ago because Round Saturn's Eye did some work on Tomorrowland, and he's been covering Tomorrowland since even the last year's festival, so he's done some work on it. For those of you that are not aware, Round Saturn's Eye, but he now, did you notice the stage? What the theme is, the design of it? Because when I was looking at it from a few months ago, it was, the whole thing was a sort of a gear theme, right? The gears, like a machine. It was all one big machine.
I don't. That actually sounds familiar, maybe, but I don't recall because most of the footage was obviously the crowd, and then the backdrop of the stage, the background, basically, was like a big high sort of monument, video monument to the Eye of, well, Horus. I mean, just like the CBS Eye and stuff, and
yeah, the CBS Eye.
And yeah, it's just, see, when I first heard about Tomorrowland, and well, not Tomorrowland, but EDM in general being a satanic ritual, it just turns me off because I like EDM, you know.
No, I do. That's why.
I know you do.
Look, everything is hijacked. I mean, that's what.
Yeah, it's all hijacked. And the thing is,
well, because a lot of people that go to that use psychedelics and all of this stuff, and look, it doesn't matter. Look, all those events, people gathering is a good opportunity for them to use that energy, and they always try to utilize
any
that.
Events where there's a lot of people, thousands and thousands. I mean, there's probably hundreds, at least tens of thousands at Tomorrowland, probably hundreds of thousands. And if that is manifesting in this realm, you better believe it's going to be hijacked. I mean, you better believe it. I mean, anything that manifests that much attention energy is going to, they're going to come in, and they're going to try to hijack it. Here's the thing. We got to wake enough people up so that we can actually have these sort of things without it being hijacked, without, as long as, if the people who actually originally started the event, the DJs, all that, actually were awake to this stuff, that maybe they wouldn't let it happen. I don't know. So that's why, that's part of what we do and all. But I don't know. No, those gears, that's not the same. That's not
okay.
the same.
Okay. Well, they had the whole gear theme. That's how it was built. It was built as one big giant machine. Of course, that's goes back to Saturn and all this crazy symbolism. Gears symbolize a multitude of things, but obviously, look at the gears here. You notice that? So the gear is behind them. It's running, right? The whole machine, the stage here, and then you have. Check out this gear. No, and also just to give you another example, just to throw some examples, like Glenn Beck, his TV show. You have his on his design, the set design on his desk. There's a gear, and his name is the G is on the gear for Glenn Beck, but many think the G is something else, and
Freemason,
and it probably represents hell. I've heard the word Gehenna, or it's same thing as the geometry, the G on the square and compass. There you go, the G.
Yeah, I mean,
which many believe which means God or geometry, whatever. But I mean, that's all the same thing. And I was looking at doing some research into that as well. Into I think I showed you before about the Mickey Mouse gears, the gear store that's over in Disneyland, and they have this whole gear theme with Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, I used to play this video game for I think Sega that had Mickey Mouse, and it was like him. You control them like Sonic or something, and you had to like a lot of it was gears. You know?
You see, because the gears represent the control system. Okay.
Saturn. It's Saturn.
Well, yeah. But but see the machines, the gears of the machine, of the control system. So you're gonna find that everywhere. Once you realize this, you're gonna see the gears. And I've looked into this extensively for my Saturn stuff, and I wish I can present everyone what I've seen. It's simply astonishing. It's just mind blowing. But yeah, the gears, they're there, and the gears also represent the gears of time. The gears in a clock, right? What's inside of a watch? What's running the watch? The gears, the clock gears, right? So, which is Saturn, and you could think of that as the Saturn gears, okay? Because Saturn is the god of time and space. So, so that all connects, and so I thought that was really fascinating here with the Tomorrowland. Yeah. But I have to look at the current setup they got there. I didn't see that, so.
Yeah, I mean, it pops up in my feed because I listen to so much electronic. It pops up at the top. It's like, Tomorrowland Watch Now Live. And, you know, I just, why not check it out? And I was like, wow, you know. And I was, first I was like, wow, these girls are.
Oh, I see it. I see it right here. I see it here.
Oh, you got it on your feed too?
On my feed, right on top, as we speak, it says right on top of the chat box here. Perform at Tomorrowland World. Tomorrow
Dimitri
World.
Vegas and Mike and
Wait,
Mike.
Why is it saying Tomorrow World? It says Tomorrow World here.
Oh, that's like a sort of subset. I think I don't know. I don't know if they changed it or if it's just called Tomorrow World this year, but it's still called TomorrowLand too. I mean, it's weird. I was kind of wondering about that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Tomorrowland, Tomorrow World. We know what they're getting at here. It's all the same crap.
Yeah.
So
it's all right. So it's called TomorrowLand, the channel, and the festival is called Tomorrow World this time. I don't know.
It's the same thing. They're just switching up the same
thing. Yeah, I mean,
switching up the same, another word for the same meaning.
I know a few people that went there. I mean, so it's just like this giant homage to freaking the Eye of Horus, I guess. I mean, it's just so weird, and it creeps me out. I mean, I was watching it and I was like, "Ooh, look, she's cute," watching these girls and stuff go wild. And then it shows the freaking Eye of Horus. I'm like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, come on."
You think about how many people there are being subjected to such just a huge sort of spell cast on them. I mean, it's like
it's a spiritual experience. One of those EDM.
Exactly. That's why they're utilizing the EDM type events, because that's what it is. So, yeah, man, yeah. It's very very sick, very clever. But that's what they do, and all those people are fooled there, are being misled, and it's very unfortunate because, like I said, I like that type of music. I like instrumental music, EDM, and that type of stuff. So. That's unfortunate that they're doing that to those people, and that they think it's all about love and positivity, but it's actually the extreme opposite. So, yeah. But
what are you gonna do, right?
What are you gonna do? Well, we can expose it, which hopefully I'll get into that. But if you want to look into anyone who's exposed Tomorrowland, it's Around Saturn's Eye. So go check out his channels. And it's just search Tomorrowland, and you'll find a couple of videos on that. I'll get into that hopefully one day before I croak, right? Before I by the time I got gray hair and old wrinkly skin.
By then, Tomorrowland will be like like.
By then, it will be Tomorrowland already. We'll
be in Tomorrowland.
It literally. Now, so let's get into something else I wanted to mention. Well, first of all, let's take a look at some of your other videos.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that you just put up. Now let's talk about the Oklahoma beheading.
Oh, yes.
The beheading. Oh, another beheading.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not ready to say this is a hoax yet, to be honest. But I bring up the fact in the video. I say, we can't rule out this possibility. I mean, the past 3 beheadings that had anything to do with ISIS were proven to be hoaxes,
Come on, listen. Every story you've ever covered and doubted it was a hoax ended up being a hoax. What? You got to trust your gut, man. You know?
Well, I'm not. Here's the thing, these copycat incidents do exist, but you just right away you got to think you got to at least suspect it could be a hoax or a false flag or whatever, and I need you know me, I need to present evidence to really state a claim, and I do go on my gut, but you know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a hoax. Come on, you can say that. You're safe. You're safe here. You're in Late Night Truth Lounge. You're not, you know, so it's okay.
I mean, probably, but I'm still not ready. See, I'm still not ready to say, like, I truly, even to you or our close viewers, I'm still not ready to truly say it's a hoax.
I will say this. After extensive research, I will say, simply, no one died, no one got hurt. That's the final answer.
No one died, no one got hurt.
Now, the whole thing is extremely bizarre. You know, we've seen all of these beheading stories in the news, of course, right? Just to coincide with the this whole beheading phenomenon and psyop and programming, and we've seen a story on Daily Mail of a cat being beheaded, and the word beheaded is what they want in the headlines press. You see, this is very important.
Yeah, but when you get enough of those in the headlines, you do get some copycat incidents sometimes. It does happen. I mean, I've seen it happen in my hometown.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but because of what's going on right now and what they're doing, programming this word and getting it out there, I think that's just this is just all part of that whole design. So that not for 1 second do I believe it's a natural event, but of course I'll leave that 1% open of it being possible. But I'm 99% sure this is a part of the script, beheading script, if you will. Definitely. I mean, come on. So, but did you notice that? I mean, did you notice the whole Islam thing? And what stands out to you about the whole thing?
Well, first of all, obviously, the Muslim Islam thing, but what actually the initial reports were, it was just some sort of work related incident, violent incident, and it wasn't until like at least 24 hours after that they finally said, yeah, it was a beheading. Now, what instantly occurred to me is, how does one behead somebody in front of a bunch of people without being stopped?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the other thing. It's so quick. Nobody's gonna see you. And what kind of knife?
I mean, I could see slitting somebody's throat. You could do that quickly, but when it beheading somebody, you're gonna cut their head off. And what kind of knife are you using, guy? Where'd you get that knife? I mean, what do you have, a machete? Because and then he proceeded to cut some other woman or stab some other woman, and finally somebody stopped them, supposedly, and it was this chief operating officer of the company, the COO, and here's the thing that also struck me. If it was some sort of hoax or false flag, wouldn't they have a police officer shoot him? Because obviously it sort of having the COO shoot him sort of makes the gun agenda look not as glamorous. You know, it's like, well, this guy stopped more people from dying with his privately owned, gun, and that's what struck me as well. Maybe it is a copycat incident, because you got this guy. Why would they have, if they're gonna put out this fake story, why would they have that? Because it sort of makes their gun agenda, it doesn't fit in line with that. So, because this guy was obviously, I think he was a concealed carry holder, whatever. And so I don't know. To me, it just, the whole thing, all these things, we gotta automatically think critically and say, well, is this a hoax? So I don't know.
I would say, indeed, it is, and because also Oklahoma, give me a break. Oklahoma of the recent satanic statue, Oklahoma City bombing, and they love tying everything together. Okay.
I got to mention this. You know what also crossed my mind?
Yeah. That
most of these people pushing the ISIS fear porn, most of these people that want to bomb ISIS, support gun rights, support the Second Amendment. So maybe it would fit in line with their agenda to have this guy, shoot this guy who tried to behead a woman or beheaded a woman, because it's like, well, oh, he's one of us. He's one of the gun-toting good old boys, and he stopped it. Yeah, screw ISIS. We got him. Let's go get him some more. So yeah, I kind of take back what I said in a way, because I remember having that thought as well. So it just came back to me.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. I also had an individual come on today. Yeah. I still think it's a hoax. I was responding to a comment. I had an individual come on today claiming to be his cousin.
I saw that in one of I don't know. In a video.
Okay. It was in a thread, obviously in a comment thread on I believe it was Free Radio Revolution's video, and it was really bizarre, claiming that he was his cousin, and what do we think about the issue? And then I investigated his channel, and well, he said he listens to the podcast, but he was a subscriber, and I'll give you some links to that later, but it's just bizarre. But we need to be careful, because there's a lot of people. Of course, we have these infiltrators, and people trying to get close to us and pretend to be sincere, right? Just like the woman who infiltrated Enter the Stars regarding the shooting, the Oregon shooting, I believe it was.
Right.
She's total setup, total infiltrator. It's 100% proven. And so that is dangerous when we have these accounts coming on our channels and pretending to be like sincere and curious, when they're really just there to try to provoke us. So we need to be careful with those accounts. I just wanted to pass that on to you, but you saw that, so.
Yeah, no, I know. It's you got to be very wary with that stuff. I mean, it could be these guys some of them are disinformation. They're straight up agents coming in there to lead you astray or to make you look stupid. I don't want to mention, because we both kind of look stupid for the what do you call it? The Bohemian Grove woman. That's probably disinfo we might have fell into. I don't know. But who knows?
I mean, the only reason why I went ahead with
let's not bring it up. Let's just.
But again, that's the only reason. Just real quickly, the only reason I went into that or put it out there was because a couple of our colleagues agreed, said, hey, yeah, that's kind of hey, they approved pretty much. So, hey,
it's very bizarre either way. The video is very bizarre.
Yeah. But I get a weird feeling watching that. By the way, it was. Kind of a dark vibe, so, right?
Yeah, it's strange, really, really weird.
Yeah, the whole tone, her eyes, very dark. I should have caught on to that before, and definitely something going on there. So I'm glad I took that down, and hey, let people sort of look at it on their own, and so definitely that's what. Our subscribers are there for, call out. Yeah, I mean, they called it out so quickly, and people are good. Everyone is so good at identifying different things, and not everyone makes videos. So if you're gonna, that's why I like to put stuff out anyways, and then I'll go ahead and remove it if it's destroyed. If it's completely annihilated like it was, that's good. That just reaffirms. It sort of keeps us in check too. So.
Yeah.
It keeps us on our toes.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And by the way, my subscribers out there, sorry, the past few videos, I haven't been really responding to many comments because I've been just making more and more videos, like trying to do research, so I haven't really responded to many comments.
I think they could understand that with 5 videos in a day. So
6. I don't know. Well, I don't know how many, but a lot.
Actually 6. Yeah. Wow.
I know.
So what's the latest on Ebola?
Ebola is a hoax. It's not a hoax, but it's a psyop.
No one died. No one got hurt.
No one died. Yeah. No, it's a psyop. Did you watch my latest video on it?
Yeah, Liberian or the.
The Liberian
or the Yeah, the Liberian newspaper, right? Yeah.
The largest Liberian newspaper in Liberia published an article claiming that Ebola was a GMO bioweapon created by the Western pharmaceutical companies and the Department of Defense. And it just goes over a bunch of information. I go over it as well in my video, and it's just it dawned on me. I was like, yes, this is a bioweapon, because we know that Lyme's disease is a bioweapon, right?
Wow, I've never heard someone be so happy over something being a bioweapon.
I know, right? Wow. No, I'm not happy. I'm just like, I don't, It's,
I know.
But it's, I've never been so sure, because we know Lyme's disease is a bioweapon from Plum Island, showed up around the same time, like the mid-'70s, right? And that's when they had this big bioweapon thing in the late 60s, early 70s. They were creating a shitload of them because that's when a lot of this depopulation stuff came to the surface. That's when the plans to depopulate came to the forefront. The elite started writing their white papers about, cutting the world population down by 80-90%. We have that that textbook by, what's that guy's name? The White House science czar. Was it Holdren?
Oh.
John P. Holdren, I think his name was, that wrote in one of his textbooks that he was that basically were distributed to public education indoctrination centers, we call schools, and in it said we were going to do forced sterilization in the future here in America. We're going to basically kill people off with vaccines, sterilize them with vaccines, and this, that, and the other. And the I don't know if they mentioned, they might have even mentioned bioweapons or something. There were some things in there that were just so outrageous that I don't recall every little detail. But this guy John P. Holdren, and that book, that textbook he wrote, came out in the early 70s. It was called Ecoscience. It was a textbook for like high school or something.
Right.
And that's what he wrote about in it. And also these bioweapons came up around then too. You had Lyme's disease pop up out of nowhere. Then Ebola. I mean, before 1976, there was no such thing as like a deadly strain of Ebola like what we see now. It just popped up out of nowhere. I mean, come on. And same thing with Lyme's disease.
Well,
so,
like ISIS, just popped up out of nowhere.
Well, actually, ISIS started in 2004 technically, but yeah, it popped up out of nowhere. Like they just threw all the Al Qaeda people into ISIS and said, yeah, it's ISIS now, and now we're gonna really, really rain hell. I think the plan for ISIS was there for a while, but I think I'm still not sure if it was a contingency plan that they just decided, spur of the moment, hey, let's name Al Qaeda ISIS now, or if it was sort of a long-term plan, or maybe a little bit of both. I don't know, but either way.
What do you mean ISIS? Of course, it was planned long in advance. ISIS.
Yeah, but I'm saying when it was started in 2004, did they actually think, well, ISIS, this is going to be the organization that we're going to really try to create a third world war with, or did they try to do it in Syria with Al Qaeda, and then it was a contingency plan to bring that group, ISIS, that they already created, in and give them more power and just do it again? I mean, so I don't know. Obviously, either way, the same general idea was to make an Islamic sort of opposition force to rain terror and raise hell in the Middle East, to start World War III and stuff. That obviously was in the plans for hundreds of years. We know that, but
yeah, I think like I said, ISIS, of course, been in the works for many years. They had the Al Qaeda plan, I think, and then they figured, so when Al Qaeda runs its course, we'll throw up ISIS. Of course, these people have just plans after plans after plans outlined, okay, ready to go years in advance. All this stuff, most of the things occurring today and that occur, and that's how they do it. Everything is outlined and designed well in advance. They have numerous plans. They have psyops every day. They got psyops planned for every week of the every day of the year, and they have constant psyops running simultaneously. I mean, just think, how many psyops have we had maybe this year? I mean, I'm talking like from small scale to big. Like how many? You can't even, you know.
Well, dude, well, it's a full-time job, you know. I mean.
Well, I mean, just think about how much they throw at us, and how much they. It's mind-boggling the effort, right? Imagine it would take to create all of these deceptions and psyops. I was thinking about that, and it's mind-boggling.
Well, dude, I mean, what else they got to do? I mean, they just, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I think they have like these sectors, right? Of think tanks and groups just coming up with these frickin' psyops, right, over the years, over the past decades, and then like, and they just like, write up the plan, and you got this one, you got this one ready. All right, file that. We're ready to roll that out. In that year, and I don't know, man, it's crazy.
It's called the Tavistock Institute. They sit there and think of ways to, mind control people on individual and mass scales.
Yeah. We talked about that earlier. Yep, Tavistock, and of course, Agenda 21. Did you notice that 2050? I saw another headline regarding 2050, and they love using that date 2050 because, of course, Agenda 21 outlines 2050 being the target date for the New World Order pretty much being 100%, cemented, implemented, I think. Yeah, I think that's what 2050 is, and without a doubt in my mind. So I don't know if you've seen that at 2050, that year pop up everywhere, but that is, you'll see that, and that's because Agenda 21 outlines 2050 as being that target time.
Right, and Agenda 21 being the master plan, basically.
The grand master plan.
The Grandmaster, yes. How they actually want to set up society physically.
Yeah.
And it's just so creepy. And I
hope I hope you're not getting any more nightmares, because you got a nightmare from one of the psyops last week or something. So.
Did I?
This stuff can be scary, man. You get nightmares over it.
Well, did I mention getting a nightmare? Because I might have. I don't remember.
You did. I forgot what was it. I had a nightmare. I had a nightmare over Cassidy Stay. She was saying Dumbledore says, and she was like looking at me, and like,
really though? Did you really?
She was burning, like it was like hell basically, and she was like, Dumbledore says, and I'm just like, I start screaming and I wake up, and then it's just I'm in a sweat. I'm screaming for my mommy, and it's just a total disaster. It's quite the scary experience, brother.
Yeah, dude. I don't actually have nightmares. I just have really weird, creepy dreams.
I didn't scream for my mommy, but I.
Yeah, no. Nightmares are categorized as like really like you wake up like and
yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a nightmare. Well, I don't know. Maybe I can't think of.
You've never had a nightmare? What are you talking about?
I've seriously never really. I mean,
you've never woke up and sort of like in a terror.
I have when I have fevers sometimes. Like I'm sick and I have a fever. I'll have fever dreams and they'll be like really scary, and I'll
then that's a nightmare.
Well, yeah, but it's not just a natural. Well, I guess it is natural because whatever. But come
on,
yeah,
look, everyone has. You've had a nightmare, okay? I don't know. That's insane.
I don't have nightmares on a regular basis.
I didn't say on a regular basis. I said but I'm saying you've had a nightmare. You said you've never had a nightmare.
I very, very rarely have nightmares. I have weird sort of bad dreams, just creepy dreams.
Right.
But
there's bad dreams, there's nightmares. I guess you can separate that, but it's I was thinking about that it goes into the realm of what's a fascinating subject is night terrors, and that goes along to in the realm of the spiritual realm, where people think that a form of spirits cause night terrors, like you get into these beings called shadow people. People,
yes,
of course, talk about these beings, these shadow apparitions that people see, and I'll tell you, looking into that is so creepy and fascinating, though, and these shadow beings that people see, these shadow people that people see and report every month, every year, and there's thousands and thousands of reports and people every month seeing these beings, and there's actual whole communities who get into this. What are these shadow beings, right? And I think they're just demonic manifestations, probably, but I don't know.
I think they're demonic entities. They're probably really, really stupid ones because they haven't made it to the the elite round table of the New World Order, but they're still there preying on people, and I think
but people say that they cause sort of night terrors as well, and I remember that I used to when I was an old house I was living in, and it was very, very it was haunted. I mean, it was it was a very negative energy there, and there was reported being things being seen, and I was there for a while, and not surprisingly, I was getting nightmares, night terrors. I would wake up in a fear state, constantly, and then I learned later on that when there's negative spirits around, they cause night terrors. That's sort of what you learn when you look into that, and I learned that, and then I was like, okay, that makes sense,
Yeah, I mean, dude, if a shadow, I've never seen a shadow person, and if I did, I'd probably try to punch it in the face. Like like that's just what I like. If I'm scared of something, I'm coming after it. Like that's what And
you're a tough guy over here.
no, I'm not a tough guy. I'm just honestly, if I was a tough guy,
wait, he's not a tough guy. Exposed.
No, if I was a tough guy, I'd probably just laugh at it and just say screw you. No.
Look, I don't care how tough you are. If you see a freaking shadow apparition in front of you, especially some are more blatant than others,
I'd probably
and more clear than others. Some are more, like you're gonna be. I'm sorry, you're gonna be scared. I don't care what you say.
No, I never said I was gonna be scared. Of course.
No, I'm not saying to you. I'm just saying to the people, in general.
Oh yeah, no, dude, I'd be scared shitless, dude. I mean, fuck, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess it's possible for someone not to be scared if they're used to it, if they've gotten used to it. Hauntings, and a lot of people are surrounded by that and used to that. I have a cousin who he actually is just completely conditioned to like these shadow beings and similar apparitions, and to the point where he actually saw a sort of a Spider-Man type figure, but it was like the dark Spider-Man, like all black. He saw him in the room, and like he looked at him, and there's a dark black figure. He just looks at him, and then he stares at him for a few seconds, and he looks away, and he just runs out the door. Like this is like a completely black figure, And then he told me that he wasn't scared, like he didn't really get scared, because he's just not scared anymore. He's so used to them. I'm just like, wow, I would just shit my pants. I would shit my pants.
I would probably, I mean, I say that I would try to punch it in the face, but I'd probably just run away. But like when people scare me, pop up at me, it's just like at work or just around wherever. I sort of have a reaction to like push them, or punch them or something, because that's just But if it was a shadow person, I don't know, dude. I think I would.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying for people out there that are not aware of the shadow beings phenomenon, it is a fascinating thing to look into. There's so many communities and research on it. These are a specific type of spiritual beings, and so there's a lot to it. I highly recommend getting into it. It's pretty fascinating to learn about it.
Now, I do want to mention there's a shadow creature that appears frequently to people, and it's a man in a top hat. And a good friend of mine actually saw this man once. And
sort of like a Dick Tracy, right, type of thing, but black.
Yeah, just shadow, but and
that's been it's well documented. Yeah, that type of apparition.
Yeah, and he actually he didn't say anything during the apparition when he saw it, and I was in the same room. I didn't see it. But he didn't say anything when he saw it. All he did is he got up and he looked in the mirror, and he said he sort of lost it. He was like thinking about committing suicide and stuff like that. Then afterward he snapped out of it and was like, dude, that was really weird. And like he wasn't himself for like, I don't know, like 10 minutes or whatever. He just like looked in the mirror for like 10 minutes straight. And Dude, like it's just so creepy. And by the way, it's I've heard other people seeing this figure, the top hat, and I didn't know about this creature during that time. So when he told me,
creature.
yeah, it is a creature. I mean, when he told me about
I would
it,
say being is what you're looking for. Being.
he's a creature. All right.
Well,
And
you're
No,
a creature. You're a creature.
I am, and so are you.
You're a creature. Okay.
I didn't actually know about these beings while it happened. So right after it happened, he said, I saw a guy in a top hat, a shadow figure. I was like, what? But years later, I found out about other people seeing it as well. So it's just really strange.
Yeah, like I said, these are, there's different, like, sort of almost races, of spirits. Different different races of spirits.
And you want to hear something very interesting? I noticed that the guy from the ISIS beheadings, Jihadi John, whatever you want to call him, he's like dressed like a shadow figure, and he looks like a shadow figure.
Well, yeah, these are they represent, it's black. It represents.
Well, I think that they know that. They're at the Tavistock Institute when they're thinking these things up. They're like, well, let's make him look like one of the scariest human phenomenon known, and we'll just make him look like a shadow figure. And
well, it goes, and that goes back to Saturn too. I got all the black, right? Judges in black, police in black, because it's all law. It's all law. It's all this whole, right? Saturn is host of horrors, right? So it's black. That's what it symbolizes, death. And so yeah, that's all part of that all of that programming right there, and them dressed the way they are. And also, if you notice the black and orange, it's I think that's another sort of homage to Halloween, right? Which is, of course, satanic roots. Has satanic roots right there. Halloween is
every holiday has occult.
Well, yeah, of course. So yeah, the ritual there with Halloween, and so notice the colors, orange, black, right there. I noticed that. I don't know if you picked up on that, but
yeah, and people got to understand. Halloween is probably the most occult, the most satanic occult holiday. Because so many children around the world are sacrificed on Halloween, and it's crazy. But the realm between spirits and the mundane is actually a lot more thin as well. It's a lot more of a thin veil. So the ritualistic part of it, they take advantage of, and they conduct all these satanic rituals, sacrifice children. Some smaller satanic groups will sacrifice animals and stuff. Either way, it's all just satanic garbage, and it's sick. And then you got little kids running around on the streets, and a bunch of them probably get kidnapped and sacrificed to Moloch, and it's just really fucking sick, and I don't like it.
Hey. Yeah, I know, man, I know, and yeah, it's crazy. Halloween, researching into the roots of Halloween is disturbing, and I actually, when I learned about all of that, when you try to explain to normal people that Halloween, that's another thing. You explain these things to normal people, and it's like, it's just Halloween, it's just for fun. That's how they view everything. It's no harm in that.
Well, it is fun. But
that's not the point. I'm just saying that not knowing the deeper meaning of things. I did want to mention, did you see the show Mr. Pickles? Did you see the whole uproar about that?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, you didn't you didn't cover that. You didn't look into that. Okay, Mr. Pickles, man, this is insane. Tom, you have to freaking see what this show, how brazen this show is. It's I told people, I keep telling people that the closer we get, okay, the envelope will be pushed and pushed and pushed, and it's gonna just get more and more brazen. This show, epitomizes that. For me, this show is just the prime example of how close we are. Mr. Pickles, I think AdultSwim. It's about a satanic dog, man. Okay, and so basically, what they did here is they went full on, right, blatant and just in plain sight, it's about a satanic dog, so that way they could have the whole show be satanic. So it's this satanic dog who goes around killing people, and the intro is just subliminal freaking onslaught, okay, of Masonic, Illuminati, satanic symbolism thrown at your face. Subliminal. I'm talking hardcore flashing that you can't see on a conscious level, only subliminally, okay? They do this in the intro of the show every episode, and the logo for the show is, of course, a satanic pentagram with 666, and it's this freaking dog.
Mr. Pickles.
Yeah, Mr. Pickles. I'll bring it up.
I'm gonna have to watch it. I thought you were talking about Rugrats, Tommy Pickles or something. But yeah, no, I will check that out. That sounds that sounds very interesting.
It's just a sign of the times. I mean, just look into it.
Of course, I'm pretty sure Family Guy started off on Adult Swim as well.
Here, I hate looking at this, dude. I don't even know if you should see this, but this is literally an image of the intro here. I don't even know if I should show this. It's subliminal magic. But all right, here I'm gonna show it real quick. You see this?
Dude, I don't see nothing.
You don't see my screen?
Nope. Oh, now I do.
You gotta click on it, man.
Oh man, what the heck?
That's part of the intro, okay? And you see how fast? Do you see how fast?
Dude, what the hell?
Go look at it and get up to speed on it. But
it's so weird, man.
Now this is straight up subliminal freaking magic of the highest order. Like that's insane. Every episode, people are being subjected to this. That's crazy. To me, like I said, just a sign of where we're at. So,
dude, that dog looks so brain dead too. It's just.
Well, that's.
I don't know.
Just deer in the headlights look. But yeah, take a look at the show, man. It'll shock you. It'll shock you. So.
It's kind of funny, dude. I gotta admit, that dog's face is just funny. But
no,
I mean,
it's not funny. It's disturbing. It's definitely.
Dude, these people are a joke, man. They run around, but putting all these symbols upside down and just trying to fucking brainwash you when really they're the ones that are just so sick and they think they're empowered. They're really just a bunch of pathetic scum. That's the way I see it, honestly.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
of course they are. But I mean, I was looking into it, and I also saw an interview of the creators of the show. And they're these they're these you can tell they're just they have this evil sort of dark vibe about them. They got big huge beards, you know. They kind of look like they're part of a screamo band, you know. And they actually use screamo music for the intro, for the theme of the show.
Yeah.
So that's not surprising there. I don't know if anybody has seen the show out there. If you can let us know if the show itself features other subliminal imagery aside from the intro. I'm not going to watch the damn show. I don't want to watch any more of it than the intro that I have seen. But yeah, just total. That's insane. Just wanted to talk about that for a second because people have been covering that as well. So,
yeah.
Oh crap! I want to get rid of that. Damn it! I gotta get rid of that. I keep looking at it. Okay. It's dangerous to look at. So
Mr. Pickles.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Adult Swim is, of course, just a crazy, insane satanic channel. It's all the satanic programming on there, and everything on there. Every show, and of course they always have subliminal magic. So not surprising, really. Now, I wanted to ask you about this Sandy Hook hoax. No one died, no one got hurt. Case closed.
Yes, no one died, no one got hurt. Busted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, but yeah. So if you go to FBI.gov.
Yeah. I mean, they falsified. I mean, personally, I think that's intentionally done.
What?
I think that's all set up.
What?
To make us make a big fuss about it for what? For what?
What do you? Oh, you're saying FBI.gov purposely did that?
Right.
Well, of course they purposely did it. I mean, nobody died, so that's what they put
No,
up
but I
there. I
mean
mean,
to. No, you're not understanding. I mean, well, what did you cover in your video about it?
I covered the fact that if you go to FBI.gov and you go to 2012 statistics for Connecticut,
Yeah.
Newtown, and murders, there's 0 murders in Newtown, Connecticut in 2012, and obviously Sandy Hook happened December 2012, December what 14th, and yeah,
Well,
I mean,
we all know that. I know Alex Jones covered it, so so it's got to be a big deal, man, you know.
well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Whatever. Either way, all I know is FBI.gov says no one died, no one got hurt, and I think
So
people should know that.
so basically, Dave Johnson is running over at the FBI now, huh?
Dude, it looks like it, man. It looks like he got a job. Somehow got a job at the. I mean, that is absurdity, but you know, the FBI is probably run by some crazy idiots anyway. So yeah,
Yeah, no, yeah, that's definitely interesting. But I think, yeah, it's interesting because you see that headline around, right? And so people are seeing that headline. Oh, no one died, no one got hurt. But you know, we've been saying that, and so for that to sort of pop up, it's a little strange.
I don't think it's strange, dude, because I think the people at some level, somebody locally gave the information to the FBI because those statistics are gathered locally, and whoever did it was in on the hoax, and they were like, well, we're just gonna have to tell the truth because we can't prove anyone died, and they just gave them that information, and it just says that, and they don't care. I mean, they're just gonna show you the truth, and nobody's gonna do anything about it, really. So they don't care.
Well, I mean, that's true too. I know. Yeah.
I mean, so I think that's really what's going on. And yeah, InfoWars covered it, but how did they cover it? They said it was a false flag attack similar to that of 9/11 in the article.
Well, no, well. I mean, I don't want to get into that, but recently he had on Wolfgang Helbig, and he said that people were telling me, hey, look, he finally says that he finally said, hey, it could be all fake or it's all fake. I don't know. Look, that doesn't even matter. I don't care what he says, and I'm past that. It's it doesn't matter what he says. We just know what our criticism is of what he has covered in the past or not covered, right? So
right. I mean, it does in many people's eyes, in the average Sandy Hook truther's eyes, it does raise his credibility, no doubt. But I mean, my general opinion hasn't really changed on Alex Jones. I mean, I don't.
Like
really,
I said, I don't want to get into that. I don't want to talk about Alex Jones, okay?
Yeah.
We all know our feelings on that, and we've got that out. But now I did want to mention that I have a piece of, or not a piece, I have a homework assignment for you guys out there. Now, we've talked about this, I think we talked about this last episode, about the World Trade Center 9/11, the footage of people in the towers. And the clip of the people in the towers, you can look that up on YouTube. And I was we talked about that briefly, how it looks very fishy, right?
Yep.
So yeah, so now I want to say, can you guys out there, whoever has free time, go to YouTube, type in 9/11 people jumping, I think it is. Find the footage. I'll try to link it after the broadcast, actually, okay, below. So when the video is up and finalized, I'll put a link below. But now, if you guys want to take a look at the clip of the people in the towers and that whole scene there, just tell me if you guys notice. Tell me what you guys notice, okay? And I had a few commenters. I saw the notifications in my Google that they were pointing out some odd and some anomalies there, and I completely lost the comments. The Google, the show, the broadcast, once it's finished, they've been erasing all of our comments, and then when people make comments after the fact, the comments aren't being recorded as well. So I lost those comments, but a couple people pointed out some things, and I lost them. But I didn't even get to read it. So, anyways, look at that clip. Tell me if you see something. Tell me what you see regarding that whole scene there, and if anything's fishy to you. And we're gonna review it again. Maybe I'll possibly make a video on it, but we'll review it again. And to me, something is very fishy about the people in the towers. Okay. And I covered that last week, and then we talked about the falling man, the jumper, right? That was that I thought was staged and part of the whole psyop to shock people. That's what the jumpers they really utilize that for the shock and awe, and we talked about that whole psyop. But that's what they use. They always try to emphasize on certain shock value to enhance the trauma for these trauma-based events, right? The trauma-based mind control. That's what the jumpers. I think. Well, that was what that was all about with the falling man, and we talked about that.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, it's sort of to enhance the obvious, obviously to enhance the what do you? I'm losing my thoughts.
Enhance the fear trauma.
The trauma-based fear porn. Yeah, the whole thing. I mean,
I think that. Not to say nobody fell off the building, but there was a lot of staged pictures, for the headlines and for, as I said before, that whole story. They put it on Time magazine for the falling man, and etc. Right? So, yeah, I mean, a lot of, like I said, many fake elements with 9/11. A lot of fakery going on with just many different things and aspects.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know. It's just, it's just one of those things. It just looks strange to me, and.
Oh, I showed you, and I showed you the shadow figure.
Yeah, the shadow figure. Yeah,
there's literally someone in the tower, and his arm. He's like shadowy, and his arm fades into nothing, like it disappears. So.
But what if that was a real shadow figure? I mean, we don't know, and.
That's why I said to take a look at the clip for people.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me what they see, but I also see other things. So.
I'm not gonna say I definitely think that that part was fake, but it seems to me like it could be, and there are some strange
anomalies. All I'm saying is the whole thing looks. The windows are behaving strangely.
Yeah.
The people they don't look. They look weird, and then that one smoking gun of that one person, sort of reaching out. It's not a real person. So, anyways, you video people out there, analyze that. We'll get back to you guys on that.
Yeah, and
I really don't know what else to say on that, because I don't want to put on a video that is not my expertise as far as analyzing sort of effects of that nature, and there are many more people who are better than me at that. So you guys can chime in on that.
Yes.
So. Now, I want to also talk about Hunger Games. The new Hunger Games movie is coming out soon, and there was this new trailer. And, of course, Hunger Games is a huge part of this whole programming, predictive programming. And did you get to see the trailer, by the way?
No, I might have, but I don't think so. I saw some of it, I think. I saw some of it.
The new Hunger Games trailer? Yeah.
Yeah, and they're going to... CGI, what's his name?
They're gonna CGI
Philip Hoffman.
Yeah, they're gonna CGI him, of course, because they didn't finish a couple clips because he died, and that's interesting. That the technology, and we've been talking about CGI being used right in news events and on for literally to just totally completely fake a person right being there or their face. And I put up that video on CGIing, Obama. That's how they would do it. If that's why, it would be fake, right? So they have this technology, and imagine what the government has. Like we always talk about that. The government has 30, 40, 50 times more advanced than what what is shown to us. So just imagine the technology with regards to that, what they possess, what they actually have and can utilize.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just
how can they? You think about what's like on the news, what we're seeing. I mean, just how much of it is, how much of this technology they're using on all of these news events, and what we're seeing is real or fake. And I just, you get a lot of the comments I get lot of the comments, and I just saw some. What's real anymore, right? What's fake? It's so hard to tell now these days with every aspect of reality. Just what is real, what is fake, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I always think about that because, of course, we don't want to think everything is like just fake, but you think about just everything being the world is stage, right? The world is the stage, and it's all an illusion, right? So, I mean, that would make sense within that context to me. I'm not surprised at all if when everything is presented to us as fake and whatever, and everything being this illusion that we're living in, so.
That's the tricky part, dude. So that's why it's like, to me, I'm not gonna get into the the theory that Jihadi John is a hologram or whatever.
Well, the background to the scene for the beheadings there. I mean, that was that's a green screen. There's something going on there. It's a total.
Yeah, but if you can't prove either way, why even touch it? Just try to prove.
That's why we're just talking about it here. I didn't put up a video on that, and yeah, exactly.
So. But
yeah, I mean that's why I don't get into certain things like that. There's no point,
Right.
It's just like it's a dead end usually, and so if people don't want to cover that, that's totally understandable.
It's like Jeff bringing up here's the thing. Some of the doppelganger stuff, like Nancy Lanza and Ann Haddad, to me they look like the same person. But Katie Foley and Alex Israel, they didn't look like the same person to me. Just their general mannerisms and stuff, the way they talked, and I know people, and I know how people look and how they act and how that relates to their personality and who they are, and it just doesn't seem like the same person to me. Now, we don't have any videos of Nancy Lanza, acting. We
don't have any video. We don't have any video of Nancy, any of the Lanzas. We don't have any video.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. And so
we do. We have a video of Ryan Lanza. That's it. But I'm talking about Peter. Adam, and of course Nancy. There's no footage, and of course there's no footage of Adam. Of course we know that. But yeah, no, of course we don't have any video footage. So that's. You can forget about that.
So, but if you just look at it, they do look like the same person, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at the picture, though. But, and I didn't double check. I gotta admit, I didn't double check any of the information in Paul Stahl Service's video, but it all seems pretty legit and convincing just on its surface. So, I'll say this: that it's definitely a possibility. And to me, I'm leaning more toward that it is Nancy Lanza, but.
And then you have to take in the whole censorship phenomenon around it. So.
Well, I'll say this as well. It's possible that censorship is because of sort of infringing individuals' privacy, because it shows where Ann Haddad lives and how she got to work and stuff like that. So it could be deemed inappropriate in that sense, sort of like a stalking type of mentality, even though obviously the whole purpose is research and stuff and trying to figure this stuff out. But I could see why somebody might at YouTube or something might ban that video.
Well, the problem with that is it's not only YouTube, it's other sites banned it as well, in the same fashion and within the same time frame, like within 24 hours and stuff like that. And so I don't think that's the case. Yeah, because it's other sites as well. And yeah, I mean, it just says content inappropriate, and I don't think that's inappropriate, showing, public information. Like, I don't know. Yeah, so that's just my feeling on it, and that's why I went forward with it, because, well, when I have a video removed from my channel, from my subscription, from my video manager like that, and I wake up and I see, hey, video removed, and for no reason. It's not a good feeling, okay? It's very sort of demeaning, it's very sort of it's just not a good feeling, and we can't let this slide. We can't let them slap us around, and because I experienced it firsthand, that's why my heart was in it. That's why I pursued it, and that's why I'm like doing what I'm doing with regards to the mass upload idea, right?
Oh, I think the video is very convincing in many ways, dude, and I really think that people should be uploading it, no doubt. But you know, it's just gonna get censored. I mean, even if a bunch of people upload it,
Well,
I mean,
no,
it'll
no,
work.
not if we have, not if we have a a plan to a stable plan that can really beat the system, and it can work. If there's maybe several versions out there, which there is a couple, I put up a couple, and I'm gonna put 2 more, and 4 to 5 versions of length, and naming it differently. I think you can still beat that.
Yeah, and unless one of them goes viral, and then you're looking at a whole new algorithm against that viral one. But yeah, I think you could keep
well,
doing
you know
that.
what? Regardless, it's just to send a message, and not to let this slide. Not to let them slap us around. So
I mean,
no matter what happens, I think that it's just important to try, and important to sort of stick it to them and say screw them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree for sure.
I mean, yeah, I'm just like, in my opinion, I'm just like, you know what, screw them. They don't want this out there. I'm gonna get it out there, and they've censored us so much this year, and we know that it's at an extreme level that I'm just sick of it, and so that's why I just went forward with it, because I'm just like, you know what, screw this. I'm getting it out there, and I don't care. That's it, and that's the decision I made, and that's why I'm so adamant and passionate about it, because, of course, I had it happen to me firsthand, and all of my subscribers, not all, but many of my subscribers experienced it too. In the comments, I uploaded it, and then they said, "Oh no, I got it removed," and so they know too, and that's why many of them are on board with this as well. They experienced it firsthand with their own eyes. So that is, just another. In my opinion, it's a good opportunity to sort of stick it to them. So let's do that there. And now I put up a new video that I really want to go viral as well. But this video is very difficult to mass upload, which is the beheading, the one I just put up, the 5 easy steps how to fake an ISIS beheading.
That was a great video, man.
You saw it? Okay.
I saw most of it, and then
What?
I got distracted.
Dude, I told you to stop watching Anderson Cooper clips, man. They really distract you. Like,
Dude,
you can't even watch.
come on, man.
All right, you know what? No more Anderson Cooper clips for you, buddy.
I don't like Anderson Cooper.
Oh gosh, man. Look. Anyways, the beheading, the ISIS beheading video, that was great collaboration with Zendrius. He said let's let's do it together. Let's upload this video. I wanted to share it for him, and so I decided to add my piece to it, my part to it, and hopefully that gets big. And he said, I asked him, can a video still go viral being age restricted? And so what I did there was age restricted right off the bat. So he gave me the steps on how to avoid cop strikes with this video. So it should be all good with this video, and should be able to be up with no issues. I put in the description box, put the notice in the beginning of the video, and I age restricted it myself right off the bat. Then it should be good. And he says that a video can go viral still by even under these restrictions, because he has his Foley video that went to 500,000 views, and that got age restricted somewhere along the way, like maybe earlier along the way, 100,000, 200,000. So it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, for
sure. I mean, I still.
How many views does it have right now?
I don't know, but I can check right here. But it's very difficult for a video. I thought that you start off age restricted to go viral. But that was sort of my plan there. Get it on my channel. Same thing with Paul Stahl's video. It's all about helping each other out. I put this on my channel to help get this word out. For people, and that's another thing. People say, people want to, those haters, we want to come on, and as Press, we try to promote everybody. We try to help out newcomers, and I promote people as much as I can. You know, I shared that. I even mirror videos. I mirror videos as much as I can. It's not even all it's about is getting the truth out. You see me mirror videos. I've mirrored your video, and
Yeah.
and so that's all I care about. You know, I just care about spreading the word. And if I didn't, why would I mirror people and promote people? Well, it's because you know, that's all I care about. But so that's my sort of process there with mirroring these videos on my channel, because I have more subscribers, and so I want to help them out. Zandrius's channel is supposed to be back up. He got a 2-week suspension, and it's supposed to be done, but he still can't upload videos. Like, they're really screwing with him. So I'm like, man, I gotta help this guy out.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I feel so bad. And the same thing with Paul Stahl. I felt really bad for him, man. I mean, I can feel for these guys. You know, I feel for these guys. And so I want to come to the aid, you know, as much as I can, you know. Come to the rescue.
Yep.
You know,
We
and
gotta sometimes, man.
we gotta all get each other's backs. You know how it is.
Exactly, man. We gotta bust them and trust each other.
Bust them and trust them.
Bust them and trust them.
Hey, you know what we should do? We should have a ceremonial apple cider vinegar shot at the start of the broadcasts in every episode.
Dude, I'd be down for that, man. Get that buzz going with the apple cider.
Let's do it. Let's do a party shot, truth style, apple cider vinegar shot. Boom. Cheers.
Dude, you got any on hand right now? I'll do it right now.
Bottoms up. You know, yeah. That's not only is that nerdy, but
that's very nerdy.
That's
yeah.
Hey, I don't look. I don't care.
Like it.
Look, I don't care. We're you know what? We got to be healthy as well. But Jeff C, I know that if he was on board, you know, he would do his alcohol shot. But that's just him. I mean, I do too. I would drink a shot too, but
last week on the show I was drinking with you. Well, no, just our show actually.
Oh yeah, last episode you were drunk.
Yeah, yes I was.
Actually, folks, it's his first time. Like, folks, PressResetEarth, first time ever drinking. It was last week's episode. It's his first time drinking. He's growing up. He's all grown up now, and
yeah, dude, I'm becoming a man finally.
He's becoming a man, guys. And you know, looking at Anderson Cooper and
shut up.
I'm sorry.
Dude, there's people really in the chat saying, dude, yes, Press Reset likes Anderson Cooper. We shouldn't like discriminate against him because of his sexual preferences. I'm like, dude. You guys
yeah, I do want to say that I did have a guest lined up right now, but unable to join. So let me say this. Next week we're gonna have someone on for sure, and I just don't know who for sure. I'm not gonna say 100% because then something might change. So next week we'll have someone on, and we'll do that. Okay.
Mark Dice.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have someone on, and we'll take applications, by the way. And I know someone in chat reached out to me here. His name was Canadian Conspiracy. And look, let us know if you want to come on the show. You know, we'll be open to that. Message me on YouTube, please, and I'll give you some additional info. And you know, there's got to be some criteria to actually be on the show, because we don't have a call-in. We don't have a way to call in right now, unfortunately, and the only show that we use to call in is Max Resistance. So just an announcement there. For those of you that are interested in ever contacting us, talking to us, asking us questions, please tune into Max Resistance Roundtable, right? It's on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, because we do that there. You guys can call in there. Just a reminder, right? And that's always awesome. That's why I love that show. It's just, you know, we are able to do things we don't do in other shows, and it's a different style, and we do call-ins there. So, but as far as call-ins, we'll try to figure that out for this show. Until then, let me know if you want to come on the show with me and Press. The criteria is, you know, you got to have some sort of established channel, or we got to know you for a while, that, you know, we know you're legit, and you know, if you have a channel and, you know, just kind of feel you out, and we'll bring you on the show because we don't want to have infiltrators, right?
Yeah. That's the last thing we need. I mean, there's already plenty.
We got the infiltrators, man. They'll try to get on the show.
Yeah, I know. Of course they will.
They'll get on real quick and then they'll scream they'll like go Tourette's on us and like just start blabbering some crazy stuff,
Yeah, I mean, the next thing you know, we'll get Mark Dice calling in saying, "Hey guys, I really like your show," and then we'll get Alex Jones.
Doesn't Alex Jones get those people?
Dude, I'm thinking about calling up Alex Jones one day and just being like, "Hey man, what's up? I like your show. By the way, you're a shill," and just like go off on him.
You know what, man? I've wanted to do that for so long, but I just never did it. But that's a good idea. I wish I can do that.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm not hard on Alex Jones. I'm more hard on Mark Dice, but not. And
I want to do that, but I mean, I gotta waste my time and be up for his show, waste of time calling in. It's not worth my time, is what I'm saying. So, but it's possible. I may look into that. You may look into infiltration.
Dude, you should call up Coast to Coast.
Coast to Coast.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I've actually called in on Coast to Coast before, like a couple years ago, and I got through.
Oh, did you?
I talked to I think I talked to John B. Wells actually.
John B. Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
it was John B. John B. Wells.
What did you ask on there?
I don't really remember.
Anderson Cooper.
Shut up.
You.
And what I think I asked something about like ancient archaeology or something like that, because it was one of the categories on the show.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I think it would be a good idea to start calling, because Coast to Coast actually is like the second to largest radio show on the planet, behind Rush Limbaugh, I think, and
yeah.
Alex Jones is up there too, and obviously Alex Jones's listeners are a lot more inclined to check out your channel if you were to do a plug. But
wouldn't that be funny if I go on, right, Alex?
I wouldn't even call him. I wouldn't be like, "Oh, you're a shill." I'd try to like bring up some points that maybe I would try to like sort of make him answer questions he didn't want to answer. So I wouldn't just be like, "Hey," because if you just say, "Hey, you're a shill," you're gonna get hung up on, and nothing will come of it. You gotta actually try to wean your way in and sort of maybe even sweet talk him a little bit. And,
whisper sweet nothings into his ear.
Yeah, and then finally ask him like point out something like, it's proven that this part and this part is a hoax. What do you think? Do you think that no one died, no one got hurt?
Because what would be funny if I did that, right? And then I bring viewers onto my channel, and then I completely like they see me just totally expose Alex Jones, and it's a total 180.
Yeah, exactly. You could just bring up you could be like a regular caller and just plug your channel, and then finally the people that come to your channel will see you exposing him.
I would love to go on there and just scream Red Pill Revolution the way he does with Infowars, with the way he infiltrates. He goes Infowars.com.
Yeah.
Red Pill Revolution. Yeah, but I mean, that's cool. I've never called into any of those shows. Is Coast to Coast the only show you ever called into?
I've called into Alex Jones before too, and that was like probably 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, maybe 3. I don't know. It was a little while ago. Could have been 3 years ago. I called in about the opiate epidemic on the East Coast and the Northeast here. So, this epidemic that was going on and still is ongoing with Oxycontin pills and stuff like that, and how it was just getting out of control. People were like overdosing, still are, every other week in Massachusetts, every day probably, and it's just real bad over here. Now people are turning to heroin because the pills, of course, are becoming less and less available because of crackdowns on pharmacies, etc., stuff like that.
So the police have cracked down on that. Now the heroin from Afghanistan, the poppy fields, are coming in, and people are getting addicted to that en masse. I mean, I have a good friend of mine I grew up with that overdosed on heroin like 2 months ago, and it's just so sad.
No, that's unfortunate. That sucks.
Yeah, it's real bad over here with that stuff. The opiate drugs. It's an epidemic.
That's what Afghanistan was all about.
Right, and what they did was I made a video on this, and it's one of my best videos, I think. It was in my early days almost. It was right around when my friend died, so I want to say it's like, I don't know, I think it was 4 months ago or something.
Yeah.
But what they do is, what they did is they made these pills very popular. They sent their CIA drug dealers to give a bunch of college kids, and not only that, just normal people, these pills, because the opiate pills are there's a lot less of a stigma around opiate pills than there is with heroin. Obviously, heroin, the average person knows that you don't try heroin, man. You don't get into that. So they bring these pills, and a lot of people, because of indoctrination and stuff, they think, well, the doctors prescribe this, it has to be okay for you. They start doing them, they like them, it makes them feel real good, and before they know it, they're addicted, because it's just as addictive as heroin. And then they pull the rug from underneath, right? They start cracking down the pills, and they bring in the heroin. Then they got everyone addicted to their heroin from the poppy fields of Afghanistan, and they just create this giant epidemic, and that's how they do it. They sort of bait people in with the pills, and then they pull the rug and they bring in the heroin. That's people can't get the pills anymore. They turn to heroin because they're already addicted. They don't care about the stigma involved with heroin at that point. They just want a fix, and it's cheaper too. So, and it probably gives you a better high and all that too. So it's like, damn,
That's insane, man. Insane.
Yeah.
And that's
it's real bad over here. Real bad.
In Boston.
Massachusetts, Rhode Island. It's real bad. Dude, I know multiple people that have died from heroin overdose. Multiple people
Really?
that I grew. Yes, yeah, multiple people, and I still have some friends. Most of my friends that did heroin, not friends. A lot of them are just people I knew. A lot of them, from what I know, quit. From what I see on Facebook, at least, it could be lies, right? A lot of them did quit. But a lot of them probably are still addicted to. I mean, it's just a lot of bad stuff, man. It's not good, and it's ongoing, and I think that it was all engineered, orchestrated from the start by the New World Order.
Oh. I agree, man, and the whole drug war, the whole drug issue is just unbelievable, and
oh yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. And what is your quickly? What is your feeling on cannabis? The whole cannabis issue.
I think marijuana is less harmful than alcohol. I think it in regards to not smoking it, but using it for medicinal purposes, like cannabis oil. Not to get high off of it, but just to use it medicinally. I think there's
not to say that we don't have anything against people getting that do recreational use.
Oh, dude, I smoke pot. Well, not anymore, but I used to. I mean, I don't care. It's not.
You know what's funny is no. I'm just clarifying, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't in the past like almost year now because I'm on antibiotic treatment. I just want to try to focus on being as healthy as possible because of my Lyme's disease and stuff. And I haven't been drinking or anything, like no drugs, no alcohol the past no
drugs, no alcohol ever except late night truth lounge where you got drunk and
no, that was literally like one of the
compromising photos of Koopy.
That was one of the only 2-3 times that I've drank alcohol at all the past year. Okay.
I know, that's crazy. That's pretty insane.
I know, and I didn't touch weed or anything else either. So
hey, you know what? But seriously, man. Big ups to you for keeping your body in check in this time of sort of recuperation and your journey to get healthier from your disease, right? So big respect to you there, man.
Yeah, man, thanks. It's good in a way too, not only to get healthy, just to clear your mind, because, I mean.
Hey, you need a detox every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I wasn't like crazy, partying all the time, but hey, I went through my phases, drinking and smoking marijuana. But I mean, like, you get over it.
I used to. I'll tell you, I had maybe for about a couple years when I was younger, I went through a heroin crack fetish. Addiction. Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, really?
No, come on.
Yeah, you never know with people, man. You just never know, right?
Come on, man. Come on. Look, I'm as clean as a whistle. Yeah, I mean, I'll have a drink every once in a while. I mean, it's casual use, and with regards to drinking, I mean, and yeah, but marijuana. I just brought that up because I had a question brought up about what do we think? What are they trying to do with legalizing the Denver and slowly legalizing? What is their end game here, right? And so I think that's just to please people, right? Sort of temporarily. And
yeah, I think it's just to tax it and make money off of it, because they were shipping it in for so long and making money off the black market, and throughout the 90s and late or early 2000s, people started growing it on their own, and there were too many independent suppliers for marijuana, and now they're like, well, we can't really make a profit off it in the black market anymore. So what we'll do is we'll tax it and make a profit off it that way, through the government, and that's what they're going to do now. And of course, they didn't legalize.
I mean, they're never going to completely legalize it. Never. It's never going to happen. So you can just kiss that possibility.
I think it might, only because they can tax it more. I mean, so I think that
yeah, but it goes against. I don't know, because it goes against legalizing it. It does not benefit them. I don't think. That's still even though
it makes them money.
Even though they can,
they can tax it again, but
yeah, but I know what you're saying. But yeah, someone mentioned. I mean, look, we all know the medicinal benefits in curing cancer. That's all proven. So. And there's still a mass conditioning of that taking place, and people still not aware of that. And you try to inform people who are sick, they just think you're crazy. I even know people in my personal life who they just won't even be open to it. And it's really sad, and that's how society has become with all the conditioning and the suppressing of all of this information, and it's not made mainstream. It's fringe. It's crazy, right? And all of the natural medicine out there, and it's crazy talk. You can't cure yourself. You can't cure yourself.
Yeah, I know, dude. I'm looking at the comments. Reptilians hate the smell of marijuana. These are funny comments, man.
Reptilians hate the smell of marijuana.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Did you see that reptilian beef jerky, creature, looking creature? Rita Katz.
Wait, where is that from? Rita Katz.
Rita Katz in my video on the ISIS. The Rita Katz is the founder.
Yeah, the founder of the Israeli
of Site Intelligence.
Oh, Site Intelligence. That's what it was. Yeah.
She looks like a talking beef jerky.
Was she the founder or was she the spokeswoman?
She is the co-founder and director.
Oh wow.
And she looks just ridiculous. Like, what is wrong
with her?
She's
like half demonic or reptilian, whatever you.
Yeah,
say.
like you should just go take another look at the clip again, man. She looks all kinds of wrong. But anyways,
what's his name? Let's think of people that look like reptilians.
I mean, look at these. It's no surprise these people. I mean, it's you see that it's the recurring theme of they all kind of look just ridiculously unimaginably like hideous,
Yeah,
like
Bill Gates. Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, or David Rockefeller, of course. Come on.
But Bloomberg. I mean, Bloomberg looks like a reptilian. I mean, straight.
Jacob, Lord Jacob de Rothschild. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, dude.
Or Tyrion Lannister, should I say?
Of course, Queen Lizard Elizabeth.
L. Lizard birth.
She to me looks the most like, if you
she
want to
looks like,
talk about reptilian demon looking person.
Yeah, she looks like she's possessed.
Queen Elizabeth, and it's just not surprising. You know why? Because these people engage in that behavior that manifests, through them, okay? Through their appearance, okay? These people drink freaking baby blood for freaking dinner, for fun.
It's not even dinner. It's like how we have a drink occasionally.
You guys don't understand. These people drink baby blood for kicks, for shits and giggles, okay?
Yeah.
And I think Eternal Watchman was saying this the other day. Eternal Watchman's a funny guy. He was saying that they're drinking baby blood to and some other stuff to combat the chemtrail, or that's how they stay healthy from the chemtrails or something. I don't know.
Oh my
God, man, he is so hilarious. We got a lot of funny comments.
It just helps repel the chemtrails from seeping into our skin.
Another funny comment he made was the ISIS regarding the ISIS fear porn. And remember, did you like my spoof, by the way, with the Megyn Kelly and?
Yeah, that was good. Hey there, Megan. It's Lindsey Graham here, and I'm here to tell you that ISIS opens the gates to hell.
Let me tell you, man. Did you see? Let's just talk about the clips for a second. The fear-mongering clips. I'll tell you, putting those clips together, the compilation, was really, really, really freaking hard. I could not finish editing those clips together. Like, it was so difficult putting those clips together, and then Judge Janine, or Janine Pirro, right? Yeah. You need to be afraid. I told you need to be afraid.
We need to go to DEFCON 1.
Over the top. I've never seen such over-the-top fear in my life.
I know. And then you got people
in my life.
Yeah,
that topped it. Those clips and what has been going on right now with this ISIS fear porn, that was it. That's the tip.
I know.
I have never seen that's the worst. That's the worst I've ever seen.
It's unbelievable, and we got to go to DEFCON 1. I know we've never done that before.
Remember the general who was talking about DEFCON 1? He looked like a freaking robot, and there was green screen behind him. He's like, I think we should go to DEFCON 1. We should go to the highest ready. We've never done it before. 9/11 could happen. MH370. We may see MH370 on 9/11 again. Like, what?
We didn't even go to DEFCON 1 during Cuban Missile Crisis, dude. I mean, it's just
see how robotic he sounded, though.
Yeah, I mean, he probably was.
Oh, a lot of these people are freaking Manchurian candidates. Like, they're MK'd and they're freaking just programmed.
You know what's interesting that you bring that up? Have you ever seen the clip of what's his name, Al Roker?
Oh my gosh! She mentions the word church, or she mentions
Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost.
She mentions something spiritual or religious. Yeah, Holy Ghost was the trigger word. You can freaking tell. You can
Holy
tell.
Holy Ghost was the trigger word, and all of a sudden he goes into this catatonic state.
Oh man, it's so creepy. I think I might have had a nightmare. Dude, I think I might have had a nightmare on that.
Dude, I want to put up a video on that actually, because that is one of the most creepiest things.
Let's make a top 10 list of the most creepiest, like New World Order, sort of faces, or moments. And I like creepy, like just like.
I know one when George H.W. says a New World Order. Smiles.
Look, top 10. The top 10 creepiest moments in New World Order history. That'd be a cool video.
That's a good video, man.
I'll make it. I'm gonna make it. That's it. Done. But remember, guys, it's me. Remember, guys, this is me who's talking here. It might end up being next year. So, but it is. I'll put it on the list.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
It's on the project list. Don't worry. What was it called? What did I just say?
Top 10
Top
Scary.
10 creepiest New World Order moments. Yeah, top 10 creepiest New World Order moments there. And I'm gonna put George Bush on there. I'm gonna put Barbara Bush. She was total mind control clip. Those of you who saw that clip, you know how creepy that is. Press.
I don't know which clip.
Okay, you gotta. I'll link you, man. You gotta look. Barbara Bush. She's completely just robotic, and one of the creepiest things you ever seen. She's promoting, of course, George Bush.
Oh.
And then of course Bill Clinton. He has a creepy mind control scene, and
yeah, I know that.
That's a classic scene. Yeah, he's just like he's catatonic again, right?
Yeah.
We have another instance of just being totally catatonic. It's just he's not blinking, he's not moving.
Yeah.
Wow. And there's a movie for for everyone out there listening. There's a movie. They did this. Of course, they put everything in plain sight, in the form of movies, and they have a Manchurian Candidate. That's based. Okay, that's a documentary. Okay, it's based in reality. You have Manchurian Candidates and most of these political puppets, and politicians, especially even presidents, are all they've been mind controlled in one way or in one time or another, or they're constantly mind controlled. Who knows? But that's why you see these presidents and high-level politicians behave in this way in these eerie clips of unexplainable behavior, right? But yeah, Bill Clinton, and then you have the Al Roker, mind control. What other ones, man? I don't know. So we'll come up with them.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take some time to think about that because there's a lot of them out there, and some are just I can't think of them off the top of my head. One of them is, I think it was at a TED conference that somebody talked about. I don't know if it was one of the head figures in the New World Order or whatever. It might have been Bill Gates. I don't know, but somebody talked about like getting rid of most of the world's population, and the people started clapping, and it was like just so creepy because he was talking about obviously killing people and sterilizing them. Yeah. So and people were like going nuts, like, yeah, we agree, we love it, woo! And it's like, oh my God, that's
oh, I got it. You ready?
I'm ready.
We came, we saw, he died. Creepy. Hillary Clinton.
Oh yeah, dude.
Come on, regarding Gaddafi.
Yes, yeah.
Oh my God, dude. The most psychotic, in plain sight, psychotic manifestation you will ever see. I mean, she's just in glee, like over the death of that's how they are. They don't care. They'll be psychotic. They'll show their psychotic sociopathic qualities and show how insane they are right in plain sight. They don't care.
I got another one.
Yeah.
Jacob de Rothschild, when he got confronted by We Are Change, and he looks back.
Man, this is gold. I'm gonna put all of these clips together. I assure you. And yeah, that's interesting because that is a creepy moment. I'm glad you brought that up. Definitely. We Are Change. Luke Rudowski. He says, yeah, you're the robber barons, and we woken up to you or whatever. And he just stares at him, right?
Yeah, he just stares at him, and he's like, it's just so weird, man.
Yeah, that was a creepy moment. And
then he goes, oh yeah, and he's like, oh yeah. You really think that?
You know what he's thinking when he's just looking at him? He's like, "Aw, you cute little peasant. You cute little sheep. You're actually trying to fight us. Aw, how cute."
I almost got the impression like he was like saying, "You haven't seen nothing yet."
Yeah, he's just like looking at him like this poor little zombie. He thinks he knows what's up. Like, really?
Yeah.
That's what I got. That's the impression I got. But yeah, Hillary Clinton, psychotic moment there, talking about Gaddafi dying, laughing about it. It goes on and on and on. Hey, if you guys want to message me, those of you listening, if you guys come up with some creepy moments, send it to me. Creepy New World Order moments / mind control moments. Send it to me. P.O. Box RPR headquarters.
I got a good one. Deval Patrick, the one that Free Radio Revolution always would put in his videos about the Boston bombing when he like laughed and had that sinister look in his face. Governor of Massachusetts, Deval Patrick.
Damn, I can't remember. I can't remember right now.
Yeah,
But
it was. Trust me, it's creepy.
message me on YouTube, guys, if you can, and we'll put that together. We'll put this together. That's a good idea, man. I like that.
No, it's a really good idea, I think. Yeah.
Now, what were we talking about though? Mind Control, MK Ultra. So, definitely watch Manchurian Candidate. It's a movie I think Denzel Washington is in. That's I think that's what's going on with many politicians and everything. They're controlled to sort of speak, and that's why I want to get back to the general who was giving that DEFCON 1 warning. You could just see that, you can notice the tone of these people's, the tone of their voice, their demeanor, everything. It's really obvious that they're just sort of controlled. It's this whole robotic.
There's different. I think there's different levels and aspects of the mind control, though. So you got certain people that are mind controlled with drugs. Others that are trauma-based mind control. Others that are sex slaves, beta programming. So there's so many different ways that they break people down. But I think one of the best and most convincing cases for mind control is to watch the Kathy O'Brien speech. That this woman that was a victim of mind control, and you can tell she was a trauma-based mind control because of the way she conducts herself. They all sort of have this sort. I really can't explain it. You would have to just watch it. I mean, this sort of. I can't really explain it. I don't want to say on edge type of vibe, but it's like they don't blink very often. But she's someone that broke out of the mind control, but certain little ticks and certain little quirks aren't all worked out when it comes to the way they carry themselves. So, she just gives so much testimony to what goes on and how it happened to her, and it's just so convincing. And what's his name? Dan
Bidandi.
No, not Dan Bidandi. Come on. No, the guy that was investigating the satanic pedophile ring across the nation. I forget his name now. David or something, Dan or David or something. Yeah. I don't know. This guy, he was like I think he was FBI, and he was doing like a small time case. He might have been a local guy, local sheriff or something, investigating a satanic ring, and he went deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole and realized that it was like a nationwide, possibly worldwide, which we all know it is worldwide, phenomenon of a giant satanic pedophile ring. He's done some of the best work on it. What's his name? I forget. Dan Gunther or something like that, or I forget his name. But he's basically the guy who found Kathy O'Brien. I think. Either way, in this presentation, she gives her testimony, and that guy is there as well, and it's just very, very eye-opening, and it's just mind-blowing. Ted Gunderson, thank you, whoever. Violet Pine 22. Ted Gunderson is the guy's name. He's done a lot of work into this satanic pedophile ring across the United States. A lot of great work, some of the best work. And there's a documentary, actually, Discovery Channel documentary. I think it's called the Conspiracy of Silence, and it's all about the satanic pedophile ring. It's like a mainstream documentary. It was banned from TV, but you can get it on YouTube. That's a huge blow, that documentary, to the New World Order. I remember watching it like a year ago, rewatching it.
I haven't seen it. I have not seen that.
Yeah, dude. Hold on. I'm gonna look for it right now.
Okay.
I think it's called Conspiracy of Silence.
Conspiracy of Silence. Yep. I believe that's correct. Correctamundo. Now, I did want to mention what are some recent good conspiracy
This is
documentaries lately.
I just found it. It's called Conspiracy of Silence. It was banned from Discovery Channel. The full length video. I mean, it only has 18,000 views. Everybody should see this documentary. I mean, it's like it's set up like in a mainstream way, so like it's convincing. It was a Discovery Channel documentary, but it was banned, I guess, and you can tell because this actually has some of the, it's not the best quality. You can tell it was banned. It's like bootleg, but it's real for sure, and it's just man, this stuff is. And Ted Gunderson is in this documentary. I'm almost positive. But yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I gotta look into that, man. And I was just saying, have you seen any other conspiracy documentaries lately, independent or otherwise? Well, regular sort of YouTube channel or otherwise lately that you saw. I'm just saying because I haven't watched any in quite some time, and someone was bringing up that movie or the documentary called Thrive a while back, and
yeah, that I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, I don't. I can.
There's some good aspects.
I can break that down. I could break that down. Trust me, but that's a issue there.
There's good aspects to it, but this guy brings up the what's it called, the torrent or Taurus, I think it is. What is it? Some three-dimensional shape that he claims is a secret to all free energy and freeing humanity.
Yeah, no, it's look, it's total for me. I did research on it and extensively on that, and it's completely obvious. The guy Procter, right? Procter and Gamble.
Yeah.
And it's elite connected, and come on, and there's so much symbolism that is used that is so blatant in that, and it's definitely disinfo, and it's interesting. I talked about it's an interesting, like I said, it's very difficult to sort of see through this level of deception. There's another layer, right, when you come into this alternative media and truth movement, and that's also part of it. As I said, they are going to try to hijack it, and they're going to control entities and put out fake movements and fake documentaries, to mislead us, lead us astray. It's going to happen, and some of those documentaries are. I'll give you like an example is like that Thrive movement. Definitely disinfo there. So, and I also don't agree. Also, you could look into the Zeitgeist movement. That's also, by Peter Joseph, a prime example there. Peter Joseph being a total shill himself because he calls everyone who looks into 9/11, stupid, and it doesn't matter anymore, right? And so you could just see right there what Zeitgeist.
Well, not the only real the problem I have with Zeitgeist is
there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things I have a problem with there, but
yeah, they propose this theory that if we have a resource-based economy, that everybody basically they promote communism. That's what it is basically. It's resource-based communism, and
it's just the utopia that the New World Order wants, and that's that's why it's not surprising Peter Joseph, the shill that he is steered this away, spearheaded this, and you should just listen to some of his old interviews, what he says about 9/11 and things like that. After he made, it's just total contradiction. After his initial video was about exposing 9/11, he's a total sellout. So, these are very easy to expose, but many people who are barely waking up to things, they see these movies, they see these things. That's how they woke up, and so again, it's a process, it's a journey. It's very hard. There's many layers. You gotta peel away.
It's like an onion.
It's the onion. Yes, it is the onion. That's exactly right. And so,
good documentaries that I've seen. I saw one. I honestly haven't seen many the past year, but I saw one probably maybe a year ago by Red Ice Radio about symbolism and corporate logos and stuff. I love that kind of stuff. The symbolism and especially in the corporate logos and stuff. They did one on Starbucks.
Yeah, I saw that.
Have you seen that?
I think so. Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, I like Red Ice Radio. I think they're actually pretty good.
I'm subscribed. Yeah, I think you know.
From as far as I can tell, they you know, they're.
I think
legit.
actually, I think if I'm not mistaken, Red Ice recently had Joy Camp on. They were on.
Really?
They were, yeah. Joy Camp was on someone popular. It's Red Ice, or it was another popular outlet like that. They just recently did it, a 2-hour interview. So look that up. I can't remember exactly who it was, but yeah, Joy Camp. They were on there, and yeah, I mean, you know, they're not gonna be perfect. They're probably gonna have on people who many people think are disinfos or whatever, but you gotta sift through it. You know, you gotta.
Yeah, but when you have an outlet that you just interview people in the movement, you know.
Yeah, you gotta make up your own decision, and they're probably whatever. You know, they're just interviewing everyone. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think so. Anyways, my point was you got to be careful with all of these documentaries, and be careful. Have your eye open, guys, with fake movements being created. You know. You have all of these different movements, right? Zeitgeist movement, Thrive movement, right? So all of these things are very dangerous, and many of these things are co-opted. That's how they sort of hijack what we're doing here. We know that, you know.
Yeah.
And so
for sure.
I always try to point that out. And now, let's see here. Got some questions. I'm going to be closing up here soon, man. But we had a suggestion that was made, and I'm going to say, I think it's Mike and April. That's the name, her name. And she suggested that we should come up with 10 questions from people to ask on our show, and like sort of just pre-plan it, and so we have it ready to go of 10 questions people want to ask us every time on the episode, and then we'll answer them on the episode, so we'll have it sort of prepare it beforehand.
Oh yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good.
Sort of an idea there. What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Yeah, I mean, you could even take it one step further and do an Ask Me Anything show, huh?
I don't know about that one.
I know. I wouldn't think Red Pill would want to go there.
Zeitgeist is more of a bowel movement. Yeah. Well, I know. Well, you know what? I hate that because Mark Dice coined that actually. He started calling the truth movement the bowel movement. You know, back when Sandy Hook was starting, what came up, and he called us all lunatics. He was saying, well, you guys are lunatic. You guys are mentally enslaved, and it's just the bowel movement now. It's not the truth movement. You know, that's when he started coming out with that. So.
Shark lice.
Yeah, shark lice, Darth mice, dark lice.
Darth mice.
Lice, dark.
Darth Vice.
Vice, dice. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, so.
Aliens are real.
Aliens are demons. Woohoo!
Aliens are an array of creatures.
Bro, are you a new age shill, bro? Sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but I've been infiltrated by. I'm just kidding. No, you know what? Oh, here we go. I'm just reading off some comments here. Saturn Alien Brotherhood. Yeah, okay. Aliens are scary as shit.
You can say shit. You can say fuck too.
Hey. This is a P. This is a G? PG show?
I don't know. I think it's R, honestly.
No, you know what? We're really rated R on We'll Do It Live.
Well, no, we could be rated R here too. I mean, who cares?
No,
I
know. Look, it doesn't matter.
We don't have Jeff C though. So
I'm just saying. Look. I'm just saying it's late night. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying that We'll Do It Live is definitely rated R, but I don't. You know, hey, I try to. People complain a lot, so I try to remain professional. Now, let's move on here. Yes, you love the top 10 NWO creepy moments idea. We're gonna do that. Okay, we'll work on it. Aliens are not our friends. Aliens are real. Aliens are Bigfoots.
That's my favorite.
It's funny reading random comments. I'm just gonna do this for a second, guys. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Shark rice. Yes. Shark rice. Okay. Sun worshippers are the Illuminati, says Media Gore. The Earth is hollow and flat. 2020
That
Tyranny
doesn't
says.
even make sense, but how can it be hollow and flat?
Oh my God. This is great. I should read your comments more often, guys. What do you think? Hey, don't take vaccines. And let's see here. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, wait. Vaccines equals mercury. Yeah. Yep. And many other things. So I think that's it, guys. I see all the regulars in here. Thanks so much for joining. Any other things you have on your mind, man, before we gotta go, or announcements?
No, I just
White Rabbit. Take a look at White Rabbit's comment.
Red Pill loves
trying
boys.
to get me to say Red Pill loves boys. That's a
Yeah.
White Rabbit. I was gonna have you on the show, White Rabbit.
Busted.
But you know what? You're exposed. I'm gonna expose you for the shill that you are now, just for that.
We're gonna get 'em.
That's funny, man. Hey, that's funny. No, but any other announcements, man, before we close up here?
No, just that I'm
Any
thinking about-
videos you working on again, and you're gonna come out with another video in an hour from now, or what? I mean, what's the deal?
Yeah, I have 3 more videos that I'm gonna post in the next 5 minutes, and they're all gonna be an hour long.
Dabu 7 Jr.
Dabu 7. No. I don't know, but yeah, you'll see more of those videos. I think that's just in the general mood that I'm in. Really, I'm not gonna promise that they'll all be like that or they all won't be like that. It's just I'll be putting up more videos. I think the next week or two, maybe forever. I don't know, but either way, I do think I'm gonna come out with a video. Sort of you already kind of did this, but I sort of want to go over it on my channel. Sort of compiling the occult origins of ISIS and some of the other uses of it within the government, with ISIS.
Yeah, but more of the occult. I didn't really cover too much of the occult.
The occult. That's what I want to delve into too. The occult and how they promoted ISIS.
Just don't plagiarize me, because you tend to do that sometimes. So.
What?
Yeah, you plagiarized Jeff before, and then
Dude.
I'm just kidding. I remember that. That was funny. That was a total misunderstanding there. But no, I'm just teasing, man. And now you guys mentioned. Yeah, you guys, by the way, seriously, message me on YouTube with some creepy New World Order ideas. And also, guys, to get in touch with, if you want to come on the show, message us as well. You got to have some sort of channel established. And also, if you've been a subscriber for a long time and we know you and stuff like that, that's cool too. So just hit us up. We're gonna start next week. Definitely a guest is coming on. All right.
Hey, I just want to make an announcement. I'm not Free Radio Revolution. I am Press Reset Earth, and there is so many people in this.
I know they keep asking, like they keep saying, they keep thinking you're Jeff on this show, and
I know they keep thinking I'm Jeff C.
This is not Free Radio Revolution, Jeff.
I don't even sound anything like Jeff C. I mean, Jeff C has a very distinct voice and stuff.
This is my my brother from another mother. This is my right here, Press Reset Earth. He is completely different. He's a completely different. Different sounding, different style.
I'm a different creature.
He's a different creature than Jeff C. Totally different sounding. I don't know how people are mixing you up, but.
Yeah, I know. We don't sound anything alike, but whatever.
I mean, yeah, you don't have the sailor language, I mean, you don't have, so.
Yeah, but yeah, guys, just letting you know.
Okay, Dallas Goldbug announcement there. So now a video I'll be coming up with here soon is a video about basically what's coming on down the pike for the rest of the year. I wanted to give my final thoughts here. I relate that to the 2014 Cube. Hopefully, I'll get to that, and then now. Maybe I can make that video about the top 10 crazies, but that'll come up later probably with all the stuff going on. Every week we have 10 psyops a week? I don't know. So we had and the White House hoax. I don't know if we ever talked about that, but that was just really funny.
Yeah, no, yeah.
The White House fence jumper.
Yeah, I didn't really look into that much, but
You just gotta laugh at some of these psyops. And another thing is again, people were saying that you know, don't make funny videos like the one I came out with the fear mongering compilation. And again, I have to, man, I gotta make funny videos sometimes, guys, or else I'll just lose my freaking mind. Do you want me to lose my mind? Do you want me to go Chris Green on you? Because I will. I will turn into Chris Green. See, that's what happens if we don't mix it up with humor. You go Chris Green. You go full Chris Green. Okay, you go full AMTV. Nukes are in the air. That's it. They're launched.
sipping the coffee.
You just go full on like that. So I have to do that, and that's why I do that. And everybody wants to laugh sometimes too. Okay. I have to address that because I get a lot of comments still telling me not to make funny videos or make light of the situation that we're in with the New World Order, but and all this craziness and the crazy world we're living in. But we got to laugh sometimes. It keeps you balanced. Am I right?
Yes, you are.
I don't know. That's what I think. So.
No, I think you're on point, man. I mean, many of us already know this, but there's going to be the few that don't, and whatever, screw them, because there's always going to be people that disagree, especially with me. I feel like all my videos have like at least a quarter downvotes.
Oh man, I know they killed you on that one video, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's whatever. I mean, I just.
Look.
In a way, that you got to think of it this way: even if it has a quarter downvotes or even a third downvotes, there's 2/3 upvotes. It's like, whoa, there's a lot more people that actually agree, but everyone always focuses on the people that don't agree.
Yeah. And again, we're all not going to agree with everything. All of us, involved here, and that do our shows, our group shows, that we come together with. We all have different outlooks. I mean, we are, look at Jeff. Look at Jeff. He has a completely different outlook, right? And Press has a different outlook. And we all can't agree on everything, and so we just have to try to remember that. People were actually messaging me about that, Tom, about your video, like, how could you talk, be with Press and he's like deceived on that? And I'm like, dude, look, listen, we all have our sort of outlooks, and I can't control people. I'm not gonna be with, I'm not gonna not come together with people just because they don't have the same outlook as I do.
Right. Yeah, I knew that would happen. I knew you would get the messages, and I don't, dude. It's whatever, man. I'm just gonna do me, and I have different. I mean,
you know what's great? That even if I don't agree with you, right? Or if you don't agree with me, we look at each other's stuff and we teach each other. We learn from each other. So the thing is, we know that we're always open to each other's points of view, and so we know we're gonna continue learning from each other, and so whenever I think about that, I think, what, he has a chance to still learn from my outlook as well, and vice versa. So you leave it open. You leave it to that person's choice, to that person's
right.
free will
And if
choice.
everyone believed in the same thing, that is dangerous. I think if we all had the exact same views on everything, that would be sort of dangerous.
Because me and you have a disagreement on aliens, extraterrestrial, like aliens and these beings in general. You know what I mean? We kind of disagree. We agree in a way, but we have sort of a debate on that, and that's
it's very like in a way, the whole extraterrestrial thing. It's very like it doesn't even matter because even though I look at some of them as life forms, you just think they're all spiritual demons, and I think that is possible as well with some of the extraterrestrials. So it's sort of like we agree, but I just think there's another aspect to it as well. That's all.
Right. And yeah, I mean, people, like I said, so everyone's gonna have their side of the story and their point to offer. So Jones is a shapeshifter. Alex Jones is a shapeshifter. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Danielle Estrada. I do love girls. Thank you for backing me up on that. So there you go. And so a couple of announcements here. Okay, guys. Tuesday, like I said, maxresistance.com, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back, possibly. At least most of us will. We're usually there on Tuesdays. Check us out. You can call in. And so if you want to call in, tune in. All right. Wednesday, of course, we'll be back. We'll do it live. Press?
Yes, I'll be there.
Okay, so Press will be there. And, we have the Nancy Lanza Haddad, upload plan, initiated and still moving forward as of this moment still. So that's going to be going from 6 p.m. Eastern to 6 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Pacific. So between sort of that 3-hour window, up until the podcast starts, we'll just all flood, right? Everything, the YouTube and the entire internet, whatever you can do, but YouTube is the main site, and we'll flood it, and then we'll do it live. We'll talk about it and see, and we'll monitor it. We'll see how it's going. And yeah, so that's the target time. It doesn't have to be right at 6 p.m. Eastern on the dot. Just start doing it at 6 p.m. Eastern for those of you that are taking part in that. And I'm going to, all of the information is in the Haddad video I put up. So check the updates in the description box. I'm going to be updating that until Wednesday when the time comes. And I'm also putting 2 other versions with different links and sort of different imagery in there to throw off the algorithms. And
that's going to be before, what do you call it? We'll do it live?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I already put 2 versions with cat intros, in them as well with different links. 2 of them are different, or have different links in them. So, we're trying to beat it, trying to beat the system so we can actually flood it and have it work. I don't know if we've tried this before, so I'm not sure how it's gonna work out. It's interesting to see.
All right.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for dropping by. And yeah, we'll see you guys here soon. All right, thanks a lot.
Yep, much love, guys.
While we're in them, right? So, our dreams, they feel real while we're in them, right? It's only when we wake up that we realize something is actually strange.
Is it possible that there are no coincidences?
You're a detective now, son. You're not allowed to believe in coincidence anymore.
You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. You have to understand, most of these